So it has finally happened. Arsenal have beaten Liverpool 3-2, and we have ended the losing streak against the Reds. Arsenal are now in driving force. Arsenal are now back on top of the table. The big question for you in this video, do you now believe Arsenal can win the title? We have beaten Liverpool. That is a test passed. We have beaten Tottenham Hotspur. That is another test pass. And after beating Brentford, it means that we can easily bounce back after a defeat. Do you now feel we can win the title? Talk to me in the comment section, because in this video, I'm going to turn around. I'm going to say we are now real title contenders. We are now the real deal. We are the best of the rest apart from Manchester City. But I also want us to talk about Mikel Arteta, the tactics, the genius in this game. He's absolutely brilliant. He's been absolutely brilliant all season for now. 9 games in, absolutely brilliant. And for me, Jurgen Klopp, however much he tried to turn the tactics around, Mikel Arteta saw it and was absolutely spot on. Hit the like button for us. Smash the like button, yes. Do subscribe to the podcast as well. We're very close to 60,000 subscribers, and we need to get this video to 300 likes. Now, let's start off with Mikel Arteta, because I think I didn't talk about Arteta in my live reaction, but honestly, Arteta deserves a hell lot of credit in this video. A hell lot of credit in that game. When you look at the tactical battle that happened, Jurgen Klopp playing almost 5 forwards, played a 4-2-4 system. That means he was all about attacking. He was all about getting the 3 points from the Emirates Stadium. No matter what, he was not going to be stopped by anything. Whenever a manager like Jurgen Klopp becomes reckless, whenever he goes in, I don't care, I'm throwing all my cards onto the table, you know there is something wrong. And in his match reaction, Jurgen Klopp, I said, we tried to do everything there was, but Arsenal, impressive. They were the better side, and we lost the game, and they deserved to win. But Mikel Arteta, for me, the system he played today, and playing Takehiro Tomiyasu at left back, he made one change, but in fact, there were so many changes on the pitch. For me, there were so many changes in the way we played, in the way we attacked the game, in the way we defended the game. There were so many changes vis-a-vis the Arsenal we know vis-a-vis the Arsenal we are used to. First and foremost, Takehiro Tomiyasu did come into this game just to nullify the presence of Mo Salah. That said, now many managers don't actually care about this. Many managers don't give a fuck about Mo Salah and what, and they end up losing 3-4-5 against Liverpool. And the reason is you're letting the likes of Luis Diaz, Mo Salah, you're giving them a lot of credit, a lot of spaces to run into, a lot of freedom, and all that. Playing Takehiro Tomiyasu was a tactical move that none of us understood. Everyone was tweeting, why didn't he play Kieran Tierney at left back? If Zinchenko is injured, why didn't he play Kieran Tierney at left back? And personally, I said it myself. Why play Takehiro Tomiyasu when you have Kieran Tierney on the bench? But it turned out he was absolutely spot on. Salah was always going to stay wide. He did stay wide, but there were no balls into him, first and foremost. And even when there were attempts to play the ball into the path of Salah, nothing came out of there. Takehiro Tomiyasu absolutely bullied him. Takehiro Tomiyasu absolutely had the better of him. So that is the first tactical change Mikel Arteta did, and I thought it was absolutely brilliant. Now, secondly, it is the game plan. And I talked about this. When you are playing Liverpool, you're playing one of the best managers in the game. You're playing one of the best managers in the world. What Jurgen Klopp thought is Arsenal going to come to possess the ball from minute 1 to minute 90, and you're going to try to overpower them on the break. That is why he played 4 forwards: Darwin Núñez, Luis Diaz, Mo Salah, Roberto Firmino later, but then initially Diogo Jota. So he thought, get Arsenal on the break, score 3 against them, and just make sure that they have the midfield battle and all that. Mikel Arteta again saw through that. Arsenal started off very, very defensively, but I want you to go back and watch the bench come. Mikel Arteta, although Arsenal are on the receiving end, although Arsenal are not in possession, although we are not balling in the first half, he's not disappointed. He's not screaming. He's actually okay with what we are doing. As long as we're not gifting Liverpool a lot of those quality chances, he was okay with it. For me, that was deliberate. right? At first I thought, okay, we're playing poorly, we're under pressure and that, but that was deliberate because he let Liverpool run the show. And that means because Liverpool had two midfielders in that game, there was no way they were gonna ball us. There was no way they were going to utilize a lot of the ball in the midfield. Thiago for me in the first half was excellent, but that was it. There are two midfielders, and that is where Jurgen Klopp understood, okay, I got this all wrong. The game plan was stupidly wrong. And I said it when we were reacting to the starting 11. How can you not play a third midfielder? You're Jurgen Klopp. You're used to playing a 3 in midfield. If you want to make any changes, you should add another midfielder, not deducting one. So the game plan for Mikel Arteta, for me, actually worked out very well. And it takes a brilliant manager to beat Liverpool. It takes a brilliant manager to pick up that point and say, I'm going to be defensive a little bit. I'm going to allow my players sit back just to distract, just to destroy the game plan of Liverpool. I won't let them run in behind. I won't let them spin in behind. I won't let them have the better of us. 4 against 3, 4 against 2. Mikel was absolutely spot on. That was number 2 in the first half. And you look at the goals we scored, it was more of get them on the break. Let them come on us, but don't allow them, don't allow them get into the danger zones. And when you get the ball, you must be quick, you must be fast, and you must be sharp. That is what we did. You look at the first goal, you look at the second goal, quick, sharp, very, very clinical as well. In the second half, when Jurgen Klopp thought, okay, I need another player, I need to bring on someone else to control the midfield and make sure that I'm more dominant. The game plan again. Actually, Mikel played 2 game plans in this game, in one game. In the first half, let Liverpool do whatever they want and we will catch them on the break. We'll surprise them. We will be the surprise element. When Liverpool came in this game thinking, okay, we are not going to overcommit. Arsenal are the real deal. Arsenal are the surprise element in this one. We're going to score our second goal and we'll be a little bit quiet. It was different. Arsenal released the Kraken. We released the football that we know. We played so well in the second half. Our possession went up by almost 51% to around 49%. For Liverpool, the chances we created were better. The number of chances we got in the penalty area were better. In this game, Arsenal have averaged 44 touches in Liverpool's penalty area. The other team to do as many numbers, as many figures in Liverpool's penalty area is Manchester City, and that was way back in 2019. So that shows you again the game plan in the second half was different, and that causes the penalty, right? That causes the penalty because Arsenal are relentless. Arsenal pressing. Mikel has told them, go now and show them the quality we have. In the first half, Liverpool were a bit like, is this the Arsenal side? They've always been saying they are good, they are strong, they run, they possess. In the second half, he told them, go and show them what we've been doing on the training ground. Go and show them why we beat Tottenham Hotspur flat. And Liverpool were absolutely, discombobulated. That is the word. Because you think about, you look at them in the second half, they don't know what's happening. They no longer sit the ball. They're no longer controlling the game. They're like, what is going on here? What is happening here? Are we actually playing the same game? Is this leg 2 or still leg 1? It was still leg 1, but 2 different game plans. And for me, that is what disconnects Liverpool. That is what discombobulates them. Because the moment you're playing a different game plan, they have to adapt. It takes them a time to adapt. And by the time they started adapting to our game plan, try to catch us on the break and all that, the final we saw had gone. So Mikel Arteta, big up to you, bro. This one is my apology video. This one is my sincere apology video. You are a tactical genius. Even if you don't win anything at Arsenal and you go on to another club, you are a tactical genius. To beat Klopp in that manner, to beat Jurgen Klopp with 2 game plans in one game, that is absolutely fantastic. So let's now ask the question and try to answer it. Are Arsenal the real deal? Do we stand as the best of the rest? I'm going to say yes, guys. I'm going to say, apart from Manchester City, now forget all that nonsense from the Manchester City boss Pep saying Arsenal are the best of the rest. Forget all that nonsense. Let us focus on the real, on reality. Are Arsenal the best of the rest? Yes. I won't flatter Arsenal fans. We are not better than Manchester City. You look at the kind of football they're playing, it is literally, it's literally innate. You feel like they were born to play like that, right? You look at the number of goals they're scoring. You look at how easy it is for them in games. You just can't imagine. You don't imagine, City losing the next game unless it is Liverpool, unless they drop points against Liverpool. So are Arsenal the real deal? We are the real deal, right? We are the real deal. My scare in all these conversations is it is still too early in the season. So many people would say, oh yeah, we're gonna win the league. Oh, Arsenal will win the league, but it's still too early. It is 8 games in, and that means 30 games left to play, right? 30 games left to play. It's still too early. It is very, very early. And then you remember, I think in this month, there is a game week where we will not play, right? Tottenham will play. Chelsea will play. I think Manchester City as well will not play. And they will get that chance to, cover the distance. They'll get that chance to bridge the gap. So it is still very early, but the early signs suggest that Arsenal are the best of the rest. Arsenal, we are deservingly in first place, because the teams that have taken points off Manchester City, Villa, we have beaten them 2-1. Newcastle, we've not played them. So that is another task for us, and that is another test, because for me, people are looking at Tottenham, Liverpool, Man United, but the true tests are going to be Newcastle, Brighton, those clubs that are unbreakable. Those clubs that are unbeatable. Those clubs that when you play against them, you're playing with real fire. Manchester City have already stood the test against Newcastle and they failed it. It went 3-3. So are we the real deal? Yes, we are. But not in terms of winning the title. For me, in terms of being the best of the rest. So the question: do Arsenal win the title? Are Arsenal now title contenders? Everyone is a title contender right now. Because I look at the maximum number of points that City have, and then Arsenal have, and then the number of points Man United have. I think United have around 15. Arsenal have around 21. So you think about that. United do have a game in hand as well, by the way. So the gap is not very, very big, is it? The gap is not that big. The gap in quality, big. The gap in consistency, form, big. But the quality, the gap in on the table is not that big. So are we clear title contenders? Because the rest of the other batch is not yet ready to compete, I'm going to say we are now. Yeah. And this is controversial for me because a few minutes earlier was asked on live stream and I said, I don't think we are. Now, we might not have the squad depth we need and all that, but I'm talking about the glue. I'm talking about the unity in this team. I'm talking about the mentality. I'm talking about the motivation we get every after a game. This is how Leicester City won the Premier League. This is how they won it. They were not the best of the rest. They were not the real deal. No. But what they did is they drew energy from every existing game. I talked about this when we beat Bodo Glimt. And I said, if you ever want to beat a club like Liverpool, you have to win the previous game, the game before that. Because that just gives you energy, that just clears your mentality, and that takes you in a very, very strong position. So, can we go game by game? We can. We have shown that we can. Can we draw energy from from the pre-game to the next one? Yes, I think we can. So let's wait and see. I mean, it would be interesting if Arsenal win the title with one loss, and that is against Manchester United. Oh, because City last campaign, I think they failed to beat 4 teams, right? Crystal Palace, Southampton, Tottenham, and Liverpool. So we still have some time. We still have some leverage for us to draw points, right? As long as it is not more than 4 teams that we drop points to, we are still good. Anyone would say, okay, they'll drop points against Liverpool because they have dropped points against Man United. It's over. Liverpool have lost unless they come back in the second round and they are flamboyant. But for now, for me, I think we are the real deal. So I'll see you in the player ratings. To that, I just wanted to give a lot of credit to Mikel Arteta because he deserves it, and also to highlight my stand on whether we are the real deal and also whether we are title contenders.